Hi everybody, my name is Amin Reina and I'm an investment coach and founder of Sage Investors, and I'm here to get you in the loop for February 8th, 2017. A few things we posted on the website this past week that I'd like to share with you guys. First is our latest episode of Stock Talk, which is something I usually post once a week on Periscope, and video version now I post on also my website. So you can check it out on the website, www.sageinvestors.ca. You can also download a podcast version of it through the website, or you can go on iTunes where all our podcasts are posted, so you can go there and subscribe and you'll get all 62 episodes of Stock Talk on there. Now the latest episode is something that's kind of come up. We've seen quite a little crazy events going on the political side in the last couple of weeks, and it's kind of raised an issue that we often take for granted and we often really don't factor in when we make investment decisions. Normally, when I teach people to invest, it's really how to analyze companies, how to value companies, how to determine if a company is risky or not. And that's usually how we go about it. But there's this underlying theme that kind of ultimately drives stock prices. And in the latest episode of Stock Talk, I talk a little bit about that. And the inspiration about that, there was an article by the Reformed Broker that really touched on it, to me really crystallized this concept. So I'm going to talk about that. So feel free to check it out. Also posted the latest monthly investment decisions that I made for January. For people who follow my blogs and the website, every month I post a blog post on my recent month's investment decisions, because it's one thing for me to model, to teach people how to invest, but it's another thing to model the behavior. I believe very much in walking the talk. So I just posted my latest monthly investment decisions. January was a pretty hard month, and so check it out if you want to see how I kind of walk through that month. Also, we've posted a couple weeks ago, if you had a chance to sit in on the webinar that I did on RSPs and TFSAs. I've also posted the podcast version of the webinar. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out, you can go to it on the website, or again through iTunes. It's on our playlist. So check it out. Building on that, because the output that we got from it was pretty cool. So I'm already thinking about the next one, and so I'm actually happy to tell you that my next webinar is going to be coming up on February 23rd at 12 noon Eastern time, and the topic of that is going to be beginning your investment journey. A lot of people I talk to want to get into investing, want to get started investing, they get really gung-ho about it, and then they kind of just stop. And so a lot of it is just trying to find your proper investment path. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about finding your true investing path, one that's compatible with your kind of your value system and your lifestyle too, because that plays a factor into it also. Some other things, I shared in the email, I shared a chart with you talking about, it's an interesting chart that talks about how people tend to invest in terms of by region. One of the things I teach in one of my courses on my Everyday Investing course is about the behavioral side of investing. And often there's a lot of biases that can cloud our judgment and affect how we make investment decisions. One of those biases is called geographical bias, where we tend to invest in securities that are really kind of in our neighborhood. And so this chart is an interesting example because it kind of shows by region what people tend to invest in. So if you live in the Northeast region, where there's predominantly a lot more financial companies and banks, you tend to invest more in those financial type of securities. But if you live in the West, you tend to gravitate more toward technology kind of companies, because Silicon Valley and the technology business is out there. So it's an interesting chart to see, and it's an interesting chart that kind of really highlights and crystallizes one of the biases that can affect our decision making, which is the geographical side. So just wanted to share that with you, share some of the stuff we've got going on in our website. So feel free to check it out. If you have any questions, you can drop me a line through my website and sageinvestors.ca. Drop an email through there. I'd be happy to answer questions about any of these topics, as well as our investment coaching services, our online investing courses. Be happy to talk to you about those things. And also you can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @SageInvestors. So I tweet all my personal investment decisions in real time, as well as my own observations of what's going on in the stock market. So check them out. Be happy to hear from you. That's been another edition of In the Loop for February 2017. I hope you're having a good week, and we'll catch you again. Take it easy. Bye.